Hello everybody, this is Takunuva and this is a new My Little Pony theory. This theory will be discussing the history of Equestria, Sombra, Cadance, Celestia, Luna, Nightmare Moon, Discord, and of course Queen Chrysalis. So let's get on into this theory. Well, first, let's talk about what we do know about the show. We know, of course, that Celestia and Luna are sisters. We know that Cadance and Prince Blueblood are niece and nephew of Celestia and Luna. But what we don't know is who exactly was their mother and who exactly was their father. Well, this must mean that there has to be somebody else. The two sisters actually must be the three sisters, or better, the two sisters and one brother. I have a theory that extra brother is Sombra, and this is why. Despite Sombra being a so-called unicorn, I believe he is an alicorn because he does use alicorn magic. And no, I don't mean the type of magic that Twilight used in the last episode of Season 4. I mean the type of magic that she used in the first episode of Season 4. Remember when she had to take that potion and she had to go back in time to see what was going on with Celestia and Luna? Zecora says that potion would only respond to alicorn magic. And what type of magic does she use? Let's see a picture of it. Well, that looks familiar, doesn't it? It does to me. That is the same type of magic that Sombra uses time after time after time again. Even Celestia used it for a scene, and I must say that was a really, really cool episode. But so far, we have only seen alicorns, or, those who are on their way to becoming alicorns, using this, which means this is alicorn magic, which means Sombra must have been an alicorn. Still not convinced? Take a look at the alicorn amulet. The alicorn amulet strongly resembles Sombra. Same color scheme, same red and black, even the horn, but the one thing that throws you off is the wings. Why doesn't Sombra have wings? Well, Celestia does state that Sombra became a tyrant as years grew on, and when she came to save the Crystal Empire from Sombra's wrath, well, what basically happened is she probably, chopped his wings off because he was no longer worthy of being an alicorn anymore. And that is why he has no wings. They chopped him off and he was banished to Shadow for 1,000 years. The 1,000 seem to be something that reoccurs in the My Little Pony show. Celestia really likes those thousands, doesn't she? But what would cause Sombra to go insane? Well, this is when we start talking about Chrysalis. Now, what do we know about Chrysalis? We know that she is the mother and the leader of the Changeling Horde. We know that she feeds off love, and she can shapeshift into anything that she wants to. Plus, she looks like Swiss cheese. But what if she never looked like that in the first place? What if she looked entirely different? What if she looked like a beautiful princess? A princess that you would want to call your mi amore, or amore. So, what do we know about Princess Amore? Well, all that I know so far is that she was the first queen of the Crystal Empire, which the main six do reference in the episode, and she is the creator of the Crystal Heart. Since she is the queen of the Crystal Empire, that means at a time Sombra must have been her husband. Now, I believe that Amore was banished in Sombra's rule, but why would she be banished? Simple. She was taken over by the Nightmare Forces. That's right, the same things that took over Princess Luna, turning her into Nightmare Moon. The thing is, though, she seemed terrified on the episode when she was transforming into Nightmare Moon, almost as if she had no idea what these things were, which means she must have not created them. Now, here's a little bit of a headcanon territory here, so be ready. I believe that the Nightmare Forces were created by King Sombra. I believe that Sombra created the Nightmare Forces before he was corrupted, for a good purpose. But they grew out of control, and they took control of his wife, Princess Amore. And she became dark, and she tried to murder his son and daughter. And that is why he banished her, and changed her into a changeling, and banished her to the outskirts of Equestria. But wait a minute, son and daughter? Do tell, who is the son and daughter of Sombra and Amore? Well, look no further than Prince Blueblood and Cadance. They are the son and daughter of Sombra and Princess Amore. Well, let's think about this for a second. Cadence's name that she uses on the Canterlot wedding is Princess Miamore Cadenza, which I believe she took from her mother. Now, let's think about this too. On the Crystal Empire episode, there was this one pony that stood up and yelled, "Behold, the Crystal Princess!" Don't you remember that? Well, that means the Crystal Ponies must have known of Cadence's existence. This must mean that Cadence was there thousands of years ago before the whole empire disappeared, and Blue Blood must have been there too. But Takudanuva, you're getting off subject. You were talking about Chrysalis and her origin. You're right, everybody. I'm wrong. You're right. I need to talk about Chrysalis. Now, I believe Chrysalis is Princess Amore because she was obviously Sombra's queen. And if we've noticed, that Queen Chrysalis and King Sombra are the only time in the show that we ever actually hear king and queen in the show. It's always Princess Celestia, Princess Cadence, Princess Luna. Now, we'll be talking about the Changeling Horde. Well, she lost everything. Amore lost everything she knew. She lost her husband, she lost her kingdom, and she lost everything due to the Nightmare Forces. She needed love, and she needed it badly. And so, what else would she do but try to take it from them? Having discovered her new changeling powers of stealing love, she created an army that will plague Equestria and steal all the love from everyone. After that, well, you know what happened after that in the Canterlot wedding, the whole battle. Basically, that's all I know about Chrysalis. But now it's time to talk about Discord. I believe the Discord once was Star Swirl the Bearded. I believe that Princess Celestia hired Star Swirl the Bearded to write a certain spell to save her brother, Sombra, from darkness. And you've heard this spell before in a certain episode I like to call the Season 3 finale. From one to another to one. The mark of one's destiny, single out alone fulfilled. That is the spell that has the power to change the personalities. I believe that Celestia wanted him to create this spell to save Sombra from himself, so that he will return to the good king he once was. But when the spell didn't work, it literally changed Star Swirl the Bearded. Mixed and matched not his personality, but his entire biology, transforming him into a Draconicus. After that, he went insane, went into hiding. No one would accept him. And so, as years and years passed, his mind became more and more chaotic, until he became the Dark Lord that we know today as Discord, God of Chaos. So far a lot of bad things are happening in Equestria. We have 3 villains that are loose, one being Celestia's very brother, and one being a god of chaos that could do anything by snapping his freaking fingers. Not to mention one that could steal love itself. So things are pretty bad until Celestia and Luna finally decide to take their stand, and they're starting with Sombra. Now, I believe that they defeated Sombra first, because they did not have the elements of harmony yet. This is why I believe this. Now, you probably remember the fan animation Fall of the Crystal Empire. I know that is not official by Hasbro, but that battle did exist. We do know that that battle that Sombra had against Luna and all of them existed. So, I could actually say that the Fall of the Crystal Empire episode could be canon, because everything is in there perfectly. Everything's perfect. That fan animation fits perfectly in with the storyline of MLP. But what I believe is that they didn't go straight for Sombra. I believe when they entered the city of the Crystal Empire, the first thing that they did was they saved Princess Miamore Cadenza and Blue Blood. Now, I believe, this is a bit of a headcanon territory now, that when they found Blue Blood, he was freezing in the tower, but he was able to be saved. But when they found Cadence, she was near death, and the only spell that was able to save her was transforming her into an alicorn. The magical surge would fully regenerate her body, and she would live. So that's exactly what Celestia and Luna did. That once Pegasi pony became the Princess of Love, the opposite of her mother. After saving the two foals, Celestia and Luna went to the castle to destroy Sombra once and for all. They didn't have the elements to save him this time. They've discovered that they had to destroy him. He was way too dangerous to be kept alive. So, if you've seen the animation Fall of the Crystal Empire by Silly Philly Studios, you will know what happened next. They get into a battle, Sombra hurts Luna pretty bad, and she becomes Nightmare Moon for a split second, and then turns back into Luna. This means that Sombra was the one that put the Nightmare forces deep inside of Luna's heart, and that those effects will work a lot later on in the future, when Luna finally becomes Nightmare Moon. We'll talk about Nightmare Moon in a few seconds, but first let's talk about Celestia and Luna's trip back from the Crystal Empire. On their way back, they came across a cave, and deep in the cave they found the legendary Elements of Harmony. They harvested from the Tree of Harmony, and they used it to defeat Discord, turning him to stone, but we all know that story. And it is now that we come to the end of our tale, the transformation of Nightmare Moon. After returning to their home, years and years passed, and Luna's jealousy grew stronger over Celestia. So strong that she finally gave in. The Nightmare forces took full control over Luna, turning her into the Wicked Mare of Darkness, Nightmare Moon. The Nightmare forces overwhelmed Luna. There was nothing she could do. Sombra's plague has finally taken over her body, and now she belonged to his dark creatures known as the Nightmare forces. But Celestia was strong. She couldn't let her sister control Eternal Night. It would have ruined all of Equestria. So she did the only thing she could. Use the Elements of Harmony against her own blood. Princess Luna. Celestia used the Elements of Harmony on her sister, imprisoning her in the moon for 1,000 years. And we all know what happens after that. So, that has been my theory, everybody. I hope you all enjoy. If you do, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Please reply. I'd like to see what you guys think, and I will see all you guys later. Goodbye.